Trump is at it again. It's like he wakes up every day and says, who can I piss off today? The education system, the farmers, the federal workers. I got it. Today, let's piss off the landlords and might as well just kick people out of their houses while they're at it. Let's let the states handle it. Let's talk about it. This is Journey to the Bag. Housing crisis, homeless crisis. How are we gonna make things better? I got it. Let's cut federal funding for housing. Let's create a whole new crisis. And that'll help with the other crises. That makes sense. Let's cut things that people need. You know, housing, education, healthcare. Yeah, we on track now. Make America great again. $37 trillion. $37 trillion. The US debt is at $37 trillion. And the government's supposed to come up with a budget plan. Something that's gonna help tackle the debt, attack it. Cuts, proposed cuts everywhere. They cutting this, they cutting that, they cutting this. And what was one of the biggest cuts? They want to cut 43% of the budget for federal housing programs like Section 8. $27 billion they want to cut for housing programs. They want to shift the money over to the state so they can create their own programs and initiatives. Something called a State Rental Assistance Block Grant. We already have a housing crisis in this country. People are struggling to find affordable housing. They can't afford anything. Everything is too expensive and rent just keeps going up. And what do? You want to cut affordable housing, basically. You want to take away people's ability to get into affordable housing and make it to where the states have to come up with some new formula, some new program to make this work. Just willy-nilly, just do it. You guys handle it. Wait a minute. All of this is a part of a proposed $163 billion cut that's supposed to affect non-defense discretionary federal spending. It's supposed to affect environmental, education, foreign aid, healthcare, housing, all of these programs that Trump has already attacked for a long time now. The budget does allocate about $25 million for youth that are aging out of foster homes. There's also a clause in there saying that if you do receive funding, there's a 2-year cap on the funding. So after 2 years, if you're an able-bodied adult, you gotta find some other way to fund your housing problem. Rent is up, evictions are up, people can't afford housing. So why do you think it's a smart idea to cut funding for housing? And Section 8 vouchers aren't even guaranteed. People are on wait lists for years to get that. People are waiting right now to receive some kind of funding in order to be able to afford housing. So what are you gonna do with all these people that can't even afford stuff right now? Federal housing assistance programs help about 10 million people afford housing. We have a housing crisis. People cannot afford housing. So the government steps in and helps people to be able to afford housing. And you wanna cut that out. We already have a homeless problem. We have a housing problem. I don't think we going about this the right way. I know in Chicago, about 47,000 people use vouchers to afford housing. In New York, over 123,000 people use vouchers to afford housing. This doesn't just affect people who live in these apartments. It's gonna affect the apartment owners, the landlords, the businesses that provide housing for people. If they can't afford the housing, we can't afford to pay for the properties in order to keep everything going. It's gonna create a crisis, another crisis. Now, if you already follow me and subscribe and you look at my videos, you know I'm a landlord. So yeah, I am affected by this selfishly in my own right. But still, it's crazy to think that when you have a housing problem, you cut housing funding. This is the proposed budget. But Congress might say no. They said no before. They might knock it down, and then they'll have to go back to the drawing board. We'll see what happens. Does this affect you? Are any of you using any kind of federal housing programs or getting any kind of federal assistance? Let me know. Drop a comment, like the video, share the video, subscribe so you can see more videos when I drop them. Until next time, the world is yours. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.